Hello,
Hi.
welcome. Hello, Dusty Baduk. Hello, Victor and Rona and Diloom. Victor wasn't first, but almost.
Ah,
Rona was third, kinda, if you don't count me. Yes. Hello. It's still hot here, but this time at least I got some shower done. Oh, yeah, Jeff is somehow missing.
ah.
Why is Jeff missing?
All right. So people didn't see my.
We were just thinking about like test Discord this time, and like I was like, well, Skype will be fine,
Okay.
but it wasn't. It seems. Let's see if I go to this scene already. Yes, you can see Jeff here. If I go here back, no, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's go to this one, and I will just
Oh, so I'm here. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not in the main one. Huh? Weird.
Yeah, because the main one just didn't want to work this time. So yes. Our voices okay? Our voices should be the same as before. So I haven't touched those. They should be fine.
Yeah. Our voice is fine. They just say they can't see me, but they can hear me. I guess that's what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So what does Jeff think of Shiba no Toramaru in the Honingo? Already starting with the topics, yes.
Well, you know that game. Okay, I was asleep already. And then at night I wake up and I go to toilet. I say, okay, let's take a look at the board situation. All right. And then I notice it's very exciting. Yeah, because basically, Shibano was trying to kill. I can't sleep anymore. And then I started reading myself basically there to look at that situation. That actually killed part of my sleep. Yeah, if I'm honest, I can now tell you this part. That killed some of my sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave posted me some games already. Thank you. We were just talking about it with Jeff that you're probably going to do it. So yeah, now we have a bunch of different options which are not included on the Pandanet website. I guess Jeff can post the link to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are not the players. I will put the.
Here there's the featured 8 board, I think, of each round, and we can find the game record there. And actually here we have some here as well. If you roll down, okay, so this is the result page. If you roll down to the bottom of this result page, you're gonna notice they have the SDF, the archive of bench record, and there's round 1, 2, 3. But 4, 5, 6 is not updated yet. Somehow Lucan a few days ago sent me also round 4. So actually I have from round 1 to 4 all the games. I don't have all the games of round 5 to 6 though. I hope Dave has some of them.
There is big amount of them, but I don't know every one of them by name because some of them have just a file name like WAGCST1 and so called. So but there are like Morikawa versus Kramer, Benjamin Toiber versus Kim, Freilak versus someone Chinese, I guess. Kramer versus Keimin, Freilak versus Chinese, I guess. Benjamin versus Morikawa. Bot versus Pace. And Botpera versus Benziro. And then there are like at least 1 or 2. Yeah, 2 of them doesn't have a name. I guess Dave can help with those. The first one and third one I don't know names from, but yeah, those are basically the games as options out of the Bananet website, which is the first link there. And yeah, the second one is results. So in case you want to check out also
the
those.
second one is more than result, by the way. I explained that if you roll down to the bottom of the result page, there's 3 rounds of the archive. And but that's 3 of them. I actually also have round 4.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because Luke can send it to me, so I also have the round 4.
Okay. Nice. All right. So, so the Ma Chinese is that one.
We can just.
So we have, because we that was one of the Freilak played Ma, it seems, some round because it's there on Dave's list. Oh yeah, round 4. So we have plenty of options. Didn't pick any game yet. We are just in this scene because Jeff's face wasn't working in the main one. So just in case you're I'm wondering why you're here already. Do we check Stanislav beating Chinese representative? How do you English? That can be one option. Yes. That's a very interesting option, at least, because Europe beating China is not a small thing.
Yeah, it almost never happens.
So, but how was your week, Chat and Jeff and everyone?
My week, I don't know. My week is nothing special. Let's say I come to holiday finally. I mean school. This is the last week of school. So
right.
So next semester will be late August somewhere.
So you had still this week. School.
But it's just over. Today is the last day of school.
Because I guess it was last week when most of the students in Finland.
Yes.
Your school is not like most. I am still working at least June. I might be on summer vacation. Usually I take July as a summer vacation, so could take that one. And I will get my vaccine also before that. So at least the first one. So I might go to some traveling inside Finland safely, of course. But still, when you get the vaccine, you have to be still wearing mask and washing your hands and stuff like that, because you can still spread the virus even if you have the vaccine. So yes. But nothing much happened here either. I've been just sweating. Now I have to wear clothes, so it's but I can manage. And also I have to have windows closed, because otherwise my neighbors would probably complain we screaming here and stuff like that. But it's fine. It's fine. Tomorrow it should be rainy day, so we should get some temperatures down. It has been a hot beginning of the summer. I wonder if it's going to be like this rest of the lives.
Hopefully not.
Because it wasn't like this when I was young. It wasn't like this. Just maybe we had 25 degrees Celsius maybe 10 times per summer or something. That sounds like a Finnish summer, and usually it was just raining or very cold or stuff like that. So now it's more like you have 10 days which are not 25 or more. So and I don't remember when it has been 30 when I was a kid, but now it's very common that we have 30 degrees. They say about the average temperature, for example, in the world, that has to go this and this amount of Celsius up. In the north, it has already went up a lot more than the limit that they want to keep. So in the north, global warming has already happened so much that the effects are huge here. Like southern you go, of course the effect is less because it's usually warmer there anyway. But like the average temperature means that like, for example, Africa doesn't raise probably that much at all, but the most warming happens in the north, and that's scary. But yeah, enough about the weather. If we don't have any other news about this week, we can go to voting.
Yeah.
So how should we do this? We have a big list here of names with SGFs from Dave. Then we have the first link that Jeff posted, and then the second link. Plus from the second link also the fourth round. And any interesting games other than was it Freilak or no Stanislav?
Yeah.
Stanislav beating the Chinese.
Yeah. Dave mentioned Benzero with Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that I read, but I'm not sure about anything else. Yeah, so far I can only see 2 recommendations. Anything else?
Said I didn't get to save Lukan versus Kramer. No idea what happened there. Yeah, that is a nice pair. Lukas versus Lukas. What's the temperature for you today? It's 25. We call 25 like helle, which is kind of like a funny also in English because almost like it sounds like hell, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like hot as hell.
Yeah.
So 25 is the limit here because usually the temperatures are not that high, but past summers have been like 25 almost, like not every day but like very often. Breaking like every year has been warmer than the previous one, so it has breaking the has been breaking the records of warmth every year. Any ideas what to talk about today? We have 2 games. Do you have any other suggestions?
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas, Jeff? What would you pick?
Do I have any idea? Well, I was, let's say, I was more than observing this tournament because actually I have worked with Lukan partly for this tournament.
Right.
Yeah. So, but in general, I know, for example, earlier Dave said that, let's say that Lukas game with Lukas Kramer. I roughly remember how that game looked like. Well, I roughly remember because I watched that game, but it's kind of too easy, so it just left me an impression. Yeah.
Maybe Freilak versus Japan as another idea. Okay. And then we
People
have 3.
really like Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's no other idea, we're gonna go to vote.
Yeah.
Because we have 3 options already.
We can already start putting those in. If you have any other ideas, just shout us before the voting starts. So, game to review. So we had Benzero versus Japan. Then we have, what else we had?
We have a Stanislav with China and Japan.
Right, yeah, Stanislav versus China and Stanislav versus Japan.
Yeah.
So most likely it will be either Japan or Stanislav.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Basically, you have to pick either. Yes, voting starts and you have 3 minutes to vote and it starts now. So yes, do your worst and pick your poison. Stanislav China having 3 votes at the moment. Benjiro Japan having 2. And now they are even. Hello, Bruno. How are you? Is it hot there also? Time for my Friday afternoon ritual of pretending to work while watching this stream. Nice. Yes, we have voting going on. If you want to, affect what are we going to talk about today, now's your chance. 35% of viewers probably just getting snacks or doing something else, or yeah. So yeah, now it's time to activate your butts and click some voting options.
Please vote
On top of the chat. We have also voting here in the Finland. In Finland going on. I guess it's this Sunday.
Yeah.
That it is the final day or the main day. I already voted. Yeah.
Yeah, you have voted. I guess so. Yeah.
I guess it's not like a secret that I voted for Green Party. I even did the like the Yle vaalikone, the machine that you can test like which one should be like suitable for you. I did that one, and it again like just gave me green options. So yeah, what you can do, like just green also inside, not just outside. Yeah, you have last moment of deciding.
Oh yeah, it's still very close.
It's very close. Please don't even out because otherwise we have to vote again. But yeah, in case you don't want Stanislav China to win, now's your chance to yes. Okay, now it's even. Now someone snipe fast. Do it fast. No, it's going to be even. No. Celery Chooser. Thanks for. Thanks for rating. Now we have like 2 more viewers here to like join to like pick one of them. How should we decide this? Should we vote again or?
Let's do it again. Yeah, sure. Let's vote again.
Yeah. So just between those two.
Top 2. Yeah.
And Mikludus, thanks for following. Thank you for rating. How was your stream? Maybe we can give a shout out to Celery. So next pair will be that one. Let's see, Meeple. Game to preview. Ben 0 versus Japan or Stanislav versus China. And let's give you like 2 minutes now, because like you should have already your
so just more quickly, please.
Decision should have been made already, so yes. Just vote. Just put the previous one in if you want that one, or if you want to decide for us to make sure that some of them will win, that we're not going to end up even. Just vote for the one that is leading, which is Stanislav China at the moment. So.
Oh yeah.
Lion Gaisai, thanks for
subscribing. Just in time Liongu hei
Nice. The text to speech is so nice when it's finished. I'm just in time. That was weird. I don't know if how it will say that in English either, because it's like multiple Y's. Probably like something like. But yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Now it's even again. Now you should do something about it and just decide. Now it's like Benzero, Japan, and Starfield China. They're both even. If you haven't voted yet, you can find the voting on the top of the chat. Or just, I guess it's like /vote and then either 1 or 2. 1 is Benzero, Japan, and 2 is Stanislav, China.
Yeah, we don't have much time left, so please vote quickly.
Yeah, we had 11 voters before. Yes, okay, now, good. Now it's not even, so... well, now it's even again. If this is going to be like end up like this, then I'm just going to decide. Okay, yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're very undecisive today, chat. Well...
Mikko, then you decide, yeah.
Yeah, then I guess I will decide then. No. Lion guys, I decided. Thank you.
Someone else
Thank
decided?
you.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. So, Benzero, Japan.
Okay. All right. Bender, just wonder which round is that, so I can find the game.
It is here. I have to ask Jeff.
It's not a featured game?
I guess not.
Okay.
So,
sure.
I mean, maybe I will just open it then.
Sure. Bender, Japan, I don't think I have seen that game. Okay.
Custom game, demonstration, private.
Yep, I see the game.
How do I open the
options, access list, and type.
There. No, but the game. How do I?
Oh, okay. Then you cannot do this. Yeah, you have to close this one.
Okay.
You have to close this one, and then you from file, top left corner file, upload a PSGF file to Sauna, and then find that game.
That way. Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, well.
UI is like from the 70s or something. What? But yeah. Okay. And it was downloads. What was the file name that I just got? Benjamin. No, is this the one? Yeah.
Benjamin is right.
Benjamin, yes. Yeah, Morikawa. Yes. Benjamin Morikawa. There.
Okay.
And then I have to give the access again.
Yep.
That giving access is also very weird, but yeah, now I got it.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so is this okay? Got it. Okay, so you can now update the player's information.
Right. Yeah. So black is Morikawa. I don't know the rank, so do we just put Morikawa or Japan?
Let me see. I believe I can find it. Likely 7 then. Likely. I actually do not know. Likely.
Morikawa 78 then. Yes. And then Benjamin something.
Oh yeah, that's complicated one. Yeah.
Why do they have to have names? I mean, why do they have to have like complicated?
Morikawa Shinji 7 then. Okay, I'll put it in the
Shinji, like this, I guess.
Yeah, I posted the participant list there. No, Shinji. I saw SHUN. Right. Annoying. Shunji. Yuan.
Wait.
So just one character. I said Yuan.
Yeah, Shunji. Yes, yeah, there. I found it.
Yeah, and you may also find the how to spell the Ben There's middle and surname like that from there.
And Sebendan, yes, and Benjamin. Yeah, there. That is the most weird one because it has even I with 2 dots. Like one wasn't enough, so do you have to? Shit! It's capital letters. Why do you have to do this to me?
Oh, I never noticed. There's I with 2 dots. Okay.
Wait, that is actually and then
6 then.
I don't have the I letter, so I would just put that one. Sorry. And then 6 then.
You already have more letters than I do.
True.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I actually know how to make the I. I can do it. Which one was it? That is very important, I guess. So, like, I mean, at least in Finnish, the I is very important because if you don't, I mean, the dots on top of A or O, because they make the word. It can make the word, for example, completely different. It can mean something like cake, and then if you don't put the dots, it can be like shit or something. Because it's the completely different letters. It's important. So yes. But yeah, we are ready to go, and we can.
We are ready to go. Miko, I will need control.
Right. Yes, I have to give you a control. There.
All right. Okay, so this game I haven't seen at all. Okay, so we are gonna take a look. I don't even know who wins this game. Because I obviously do not pay attention on this pair. Do I need to introduce players? And Japanese, there's nothing I can introduce. I don't know.
So do you know Benjiro or not? Well, maybe a short one because we haven't got to talk about Benjiro.
Yeah. Okay. So when we talk about this year's pro qualification, people normally talk about Luca and Stanislav, and maybe some talk about Oscar. And actually, Benzero, this Benjamin, is one name we cannot neglect. And I think that was probably at some point last year, throughout the middle of last year, actually he was considered as one of the top candidates for quite a while, because during the first lockdown we had the Corona Masters League, and those tournaments, and Benzero got a really good result. He almost won every single game there. And so he had a pretty strong performance. And also, he's a good friend with Tanguy, as my best knowledge. And so he has studied a lot of AI stuff, which, let's say, has its positive part. So this is a name we should pay attention on, and I wouldn't easily rule this name out from. For example, by the end of this year, if there will be a pro qualification in real life, he might be the next pro. Okay, I guess I just introduced this much. That is enough. And so you know that his way to play Go he has more or less influence. He was influenced more or less by AI too. Okay.
Jeff would be an amazing toastmaster. Toasting someone or roasting or what? I don't know. But okay. All right, let's see the game.
Let's see the game. I have no idea what happens in this game at all. Okay.
Like making a toast. Like a like a wedding. Okay, to have a speech. Yes.
Okay. I know that I'm relatively good at it, but don't bring me to wedding to give speech there. That's that will be awkward. Yeah.
Just talking what kind of core player are you and like stuff like that. Yeah. This pair like the female player who started playing this and this much time ago. And,
Yeah. All right. So the first move is Sansa. Interesting.
Oh, that is interesting indeed.
So play a little bit like yeah. This Japanese player play a little bit like Lucan.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like taking territory and some high stones. to
Oh,
balance.
Miko, yeah, you'd better switch something. They can't see the stones.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Have the initial setup on there, so like it's easier to do this. Yes, okay, yeah. So Sansan and then did it go?
Yeah. So now, yeah, I basically come back to Sansan.
blind core review. That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Hello,
the first move is Sansan. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the start, and so I feel like okay, so this black plays just like Lucan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, directly shoulder. So looks like white is going for influence for this game.
That's at least the old understanding of how to handle the Sansan, but I don't know if the new one is.
It's fine. That's one of the ways. That's one of the ways. Doesn't matter. So it's mainly to limit black to be a small territory. Okay.
A little bit weird direction, but
okay. Yeah, a little bit weird direction, but I don't think it's considered as anything bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So he want to immediately do this. Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Okay. On the black directly also here.
What is the normal reaction?
Normally, if I remember correctly, this is a variation I have studied with Auntie together. So normally black should take Sansan now. And white get connection from here, which looks to be something big, but now it come back. And in case if white, for example, does this, you barely connect the outside already, and now you make your corner live. Yeah. So that is the logic. And if white doesn't want that to happen, so basically white block here to kill the corner, and black white here on tiger, and now black outside is strong and black tanuki. Yeah, this is a variation I have studied with Auntie. So yeah, this is something I remember.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, normally it should be like this, and when black directly attached here, consider the corner is that empty. I guess white is happy to just get everything connected on the second line. And now he takes Sansan. But now he takes Sansan. The cross has changed more or less. Because if I were white, I'm gonna push out for sure.
Yeah, the corner is not that big anymore because
it's mainly here. Or
urgent.
If we assume when white attack here, black immediately play Sansan, and white say I don't care, I take the outside, so he play attachment is a possibility. This exchange is too bad. Yeah, and that is why here, if I were white, I would definitely push out. Look like that's also how white played in the game.
Yeah.
So the timing of Sansan here is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and of course black has to take the corner. Let me think here. Black take the corner. No, white has a ladder. I believe white has a ladder. So we might actually see white honey here. Because here, Atari, connect this one and turn, and white can go to the corner. But yeah, the letter is for white here.
Dave asked why push not the Atari.
Oh, probably honey here. Oh, well, sorry. What did Dave say? I'm sorry.
Or we can look at it.
Why push
later.
out not H4? I'm sorry. Why push out a not H4? Wait a moment. I never asked myself this question. Yeah, to me, yeah, let's say it just feels like it has to be push out. Why push out not Atari? Your push out or your Atari white black next move is honey here. Yeah. So do you want to hurt the K4 stone a little bit or not? That is my answer. That is my answer. But to be honest, I didn't even think about it. To me, here the move is naturally here.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Let's say that is afterwards my explanation. And here, in this case, actually, that H3 stone is not that important.
Yeah, but K4 is important. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you want to hurt that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So that's but that's a complicated one. Yeah, this one is a complicated one. I'm not sure if this one works actually. If this happens.
Okay, must split.
I'm not sure if this one works. Probably, but still has to do this and this and the honey. What's this?
I get one of those natural feelings for myself. Experience.
But yeah, white has the letter, so there's nothing black can do. And if only can this can happen, let's assume this happens, and then P. Also, white still has to take the liberty, otherwise white loses. White still need to take this liberty. And here, this. But then, what the hell is this? Okay, in general, I don't think white can do it. Yeah, for those reasons, I don't think in general, I don't think white can do it. Okay. Okay, so that's the game. So white just block, yeah.
Right. Oh, huh. All right. Spread the war or something.
Okay, so after this corner, all those things has happened. I guess it's pretty reasonable for white to add a move for the bottom or add a move for the left. Because black is settled, you're not settled, right?
Yeah.
So white Tanuki
and create this kind of mess. So yeah, spread the ball.
I don't like it. So he is basically saying he can use the bottom right corner, this kind of complication, in order to take care of the bottom.
Or he just wants a very, very big fight.
Yeah. You may also say he's challenging here. Yeah. But to me, white is supposed to add a move. And here, if you ask me, I will add a stone here. Yeah, bottom is not that urgent yet. Yeah, let's say in comparison to the bottom left, because white bottom left is also heavy. Yeah, so to me, it's reasonable to add a move there. And here, white is basically seeking for a conflict.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wonder how white plan to solve the bottom with this move, because it's black who can choose the direction. And white take Gote.
So now that is a stick.
And black directly do this. Okay. Okay. Well, to me, that area is not urgent. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything as black there. To me here, let's say we normally say groups are first consideration. And here there are groups. Let's not ignore them.
Yeah.
So let's say it makes far more sense to attack or attack. I'm not sure which one exactly I want to pick as black yet, but to me it's one of them.
Yeah.
Black play here locally those moves exist, but they are not urgent.
Yeah. But white is also kind of happy to answer.
Well, I would have just answered because here if it goes like this and black need to connect, as white I'm gonna tanuki. I would prefer to just earn the move and play elsewhere.
Yeah.
White, this honey is once again challenging.
Wanting even more.
Okay, then black has no choice. Yeah, this has to happen, and then look like that call is inevitable. Why do I want to attack here? I thought this call must happen right away.
Yeah.
And you can see this call happens. If this call happens, very likely white wins it, right? Because next, I mean, also here, white want to reserve this take.
Yes.
So then you have no reason to make the attack this extent. No reason.
Maybe he wants to like continue to call after that, like b6.
Oh, he wants to connect here?
Even more.
Oh, he really wants to connect here.
Ah, yeah, okay. So just sacrifice? Or just leave the core there?
Even if you add a stone here, my corner is still called to live.
Ah, so, yeah, okay, so...
That's how he spoke.
Yeah. If it's still core after that, then it feels like it's actually quite small. But
I agree that is not so big. My question here is how big is why those moves facing to the center and the right side? Facing to the center, no disagreement because center here is basically the future. Right side is a question because right side you still owe a move to make it there. Yeah, so if you ask me, especially consider this board situation, the opponent doesn't really have many calls, right? I will actually trigger this call. Yeah. I guess black can only connect and let this happen. Yeah, that's why here, that's why I will take this. And to me here, let's say in general, let's say black has no choice, but white, this one, to me, it makes sense because, here we can do this.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that white also didn't choose it because like white was the one who wanted the big war everywhere and like now he wants to like play p9 and just settle it down.
Okay, and so he just want to take the right side, I see.
Yeah.
And it's true that his corner is not dead yet. Okay, let me see. Is this okay? I just want to make sure.
Just
is that the corner is not dead yet? Yeah, the corner is not dead yet.
Not R3 for white instead of R4. Oh, that was earlier.
Let me finish this one.
Black's territory disappearing, yeah. If
in total, actually, what white did is verify in total. Not like black territory. Black in that corner, he didn't have a territory, but he doesn't have a territory either. You may say.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the center is kind of like gone there.
Yeah, and white earned the center, and also white earned the right side. So just for this corner exchange, look like white did score.
Yeah, because it was core after all, so it wasn't that big. So to handle the center first is kind of like a smart move. Yeah.
So here, look like white here. Yeah, white did score. Although he didn't really handle either group at the bottom left corner.
Yeah. Then it's about like how weak is the white group on the bottom left and the bottom.
Yeah. So, but in general, let's say here, we should blame black here. This action exists, but it's way too early. Yeah, this one, yeah, this kind of action exists. It's just too early in the game. Yeah, and here we have something obviously more important.
Yeah, black didn't gain much here with these moves.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question? R3 instead of
R3
R4.
instead of R4. Yeah.
Well, this is also an option. This is an option. No, yeah, nothing. Nothing. This is impossible. This is an option.
So I guess this option requires ladder.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but here the thing is, white did have the ladder, so it's fine.
Yeah.
White does have the ladder. I'm just thinking about here. So here, yeah, this is an option. I don't think this is impossible. This is possible. So basically, we come to something like this. Yeah. This it's just a different option. It's an option. To me here, this is an option too. So I don't think I prefer one over the other. Yeah, they are both fine. I'm definitely against the black this action. Yeah.
B5 cut beep kind of looks annoying too. You mean white B5 first? I meant later. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what P5. P5 looks weird. And black play here. I see.
Oh, start from this group. That's kind of weird. Is it the other one bigger?
Yeah, to me it should be the other one because the other one is a black attack that one will play a natural big move. This move, yeah, black knows that. Just from how it looks like, we know that this is an inefficient shape.
Yeah, and also white just created a strong shape in the center, so you're attacking from this side. What are you gaining from this kind of attack?
I guess the black trying to. Yeah, I'm still reading.
To say also that the corner is affected.
Yeah, but no, they are not related.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if that has any relationship to each other. No. Yeah, so this move is just not right.
Make a wall to attack the left. But white can now just ignore this, right? White is not
white
there.
Choice. So. It's white choice here. I think white can choose to answer as well. Either way is fine to white. Because let's say those bottom few stones is not so big. It's not so easy to capture.
Yeah.
So white Tanuki is perfectly fine. But if you say white answer, white, for example, just simply jump into the center. After one jump, consider he wasn't very weak. Anyway, after one jump, basically we say white has settled. And it's a pretty cheap investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the center move values to work together with the right. Actually, here I'm for white to answer. Yeah, so if I were white, I would just simply play this one. And that's also what he did.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see this one works pretty well with the rest of the board. Anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, so this exchange to me here, actually black lost something.
Yeah.
Yeah, black, that extension is very small. Yeah, so far in this game, white is scoring all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now black come to attack this. You give white a center stone and then you come to attack this. Yeah. I'd rather just you attack this, and so we reserve the possibility to actually play the black stone in the center to force white to leave around L3 area. The other way around. Yeah, that to me makes a lot more sense.
Isn't J6 heavy? I guess that's kind of nice shape there. You can get there's some ice shape and it's not too clumsy, right?
Okay, well, Yakago mentioned heavy. Okay, once again, people say heavy is bad. I want to say in Go you are playing heavy moves all the time. And you don't say you are playing bad moves all the time. Right? Okay, but here it is important we understand what is heavy. Heavy means the stones can hardly die.
Yeah.
Then it's heavy. Okay, will you say most of my stones on the board can die? I let the opponent capture the majority of the stone I have played.
Yeah.
Normally that's stupid, right? Yeah, so most of the time you are doing something heavy. So heavy is not necessarily bad. That's number one. Number two, white play this move. He basically has determined I'm gonna save the bottom group. So basically he's saying the bottom group is heavy then. Correct? Yes, then it is heavy. But it values. Right? I've just mentioned white save the bottom while this stone jumping toward the center is working with the rest of the board. So this heavy is good. And on the go board, most of the stuff you do is heavy and it's good. So we don't blame being heavy.
Yeah.
Because when you blame being heavy, it's similar to you blame you eat every day. That's something you do often, or you sleep every day.
Yeah.
Heavy is not anything to be blamed. That's normal. Light is something you say, okay, so here you play this one and this one is light. That is something to be questioned. Not necessarily we praise light. On the contrary, light, we need to question that. Because light means it can die. Really. Can that really die? You need to make clear judgment about it. So that's actually a rare behavior.
So like staying awake.
Yeah.
I'm staying awake until the morning. Are you sure that you should do that?
Yeah.
And yeah, when heavy is bad, it's kind of like that you're sleeping in the middle of the day, like or sleeping too much or stuff like that. So
yeah. Okay, yeah, let's continue. Yeah. So yeah, black pincer here. Yeah, giving white that center stone and then pincer is definitely weird. And white play this simple, I see. Okay.
I'm light, can I die? Death not. Yeah.
Because here, if I were white, I do not mind to actually shoulder this one and make black left side stronger. Because I need to admit white that group is weaker than black single stone. So let's say he gets stronger, I get stronger, very fine. And when white play here, white is saying, I get stronger, you don't. Although I get stronger slower. Yeah.
Yakago answering to that. That J6 made J4 stones heavier, in that sense, heavy and not an apparent gain. Well, like Jeff said, it made that group heavy, but it's good heavy because it's doing a thing very kind of like a cheap way that you just add one move there, and now it's kind of like in the middle of the most important area for black. Like, if you imagine where would black get territory, if you don't add move there, like, black can attack it and probably, like, even kill it and stuff like that, so then black would gain a lot from that if you don't add a move there. But if you add just one move there, now it's like kind of like the black cannot do anything around that area anymore. So being heavy in the middle of the, like, your opponent's area is a good thing. Like, imagine that your opponent has a big moyo, like half of the board, and then you just insert a heavy group in the middle of it. If it's a live group, then it's erasing all of the moyo that the opponent has. So yeah, like as you said there, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have a heavy group there.
Okay, yeah, let's say I should repeat, actually, yeah, I've said that already, so I'm repeating, actually. I should repeat earlier what I said. That white have to jump there. Not necessarily. Because white is not so weak, and if black coming from the center, white can easily leave at the bottom.
Yeah.
So white doesn't have to do that. But is that wrong for white to do that? No, because that move values.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the case here. And when talking about heavier, all right. Let's actually switch our focus. Let's look at the top right corner. White has that kind of tiger shape.
Right. Yeah.
That group white doesn't want it to die, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that moment, that group is heavy.
Yes.
And so if I play this move, I make it heavier because I cannot let it die. Now I make it even bigger, and if it all die all together,
Yeah.
then it's even more. So I make it heavier. And is this move bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy and heavier. Once again, in Go, most of the time we are doing heavy stuff. It's so rare we are doing something light.
Yeah.
So heavy is not anything to be blamed. Light is not anything to be praised.
Yeah.
It's just normally we say, here he plays this move, and let's say most of the move, let's say if we read a strong player's commentary, for example, he plays this move, and this move is too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we only comment when it is too heavy, and we mention that. And we say, okay, see, so here, this move, the pro plays this move, is light and it's beautiful. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's, let's say, he is playing light, and light is already a rare action on the Go board, and his move happens to be right. And that is why it's mentioned. And that left us an impression. Heavy is bad, light is good. No, that's not the case. And here, what I'm trying to do is to correct that kind of understanding. Because most of the time we are doing the heavy stuff. We rarely do the light stuff.
So it's kind of like the thing that you can either throw out easily or not. So like the heavy light thing is kind of like I don't know if it's the best to describe that, but like kind of like that you are packing for some kind of like a trip, and then you're taking some of the stuff with that you can easily throw out if needed later. But you don't need them necessarily the whole trip. You can just throw them out. But usually you pack everything that you pack is something that you need, and you usually also the same stuff comes back home with you. You're not going to leave it there on the way. But yeah, really there could be something like one use things that you can like single use. Like plastic bags or something like that's a bad thing for nature. But yes. Something that you could throw out, but usually the stuff that we get is the stuff that we keep, and it's necessary for us and useful. So the thing that you build your things on the Go board, usually you need them. Usually you're not going to say that like I'm gonna throw this out later. You're not going to make this kind of group in the bottom, the top right, and saying that you're later going to just sacrifice it. Of course, that can happen in the later if something is really bigger than that. But usually you want to keep the things. And what Jeff said, like that you can sometimes throw something out. That should be questioned. Like, can you really throw out something?
Yeah.
So that kind of like
And regarding to the value of this move. Okay, we know that Go is a difficult enough game. And for example, in this kind of early stage of the game, you can always, I can easily imagine if some relatively good players, a group of players debating what white should do on this board, there will be so many different opinions, right? And so about, okay, here I think this move is big, and there, that move is big. And if you put it into AI will going to tell you some of it is big, some of it is bigger, and some of it is smaller, and the different 0 point, 2 point, 0 point, 3 point, those kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say the thing is, the AI knows, we don't even know the number, right? But here, there's one thing simple. Here, this exchange has just happened. Black play there, and white answered at jump. And this exchange, we know that, in general, white again, because black played a small move, white played a natural big move.
Yeah.
Okay, you can easily say, for example, I think this move is bigger. You can say that, but you can't prove it until you look at AI. So this jump is a very easy decision for white, because this one guarantees this exchange is good to me again out of it. Other stuff, you don't know. So think about here. Players are not like us. Sit down here discussing about the game with relaxed atmosphere. And so think about the players. They are playing the move that actually is, easy for them to analyze. So here, that is why I'm saying here, if I were white, I'm gonna play this jump too, because like this exchange to me is a clear white game. Other moves you can argue, you can keep arguing, but
Yeah.
until we see the AI numbers, we do not know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is why I'm for this move.
And even after AI moves, numbers, it could be that you still don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's sometimes hard to like know what AI is thinking. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and why to play this one? Yeah, this one I don't really like it. It's mainly because this one gives black a free move, kind of. Yeah, initially, if white has played, for example, this shoulder, black need to answer on the left.
Mm.
Yeah, and this one kind of give black the free move, so to separate white. But I don't think that's a big problem. Black play here anyway. Okay.
Well, I don't know if you want to go back to that one, but like I guess Yakako, like Bruno says that like just disagreed how valuable J6 is.
Yeah,
but,
and I have just explained that.
Yeah.
I have just let's say here I'm talking about this pair, this exchange, and white again here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's say let's say here this exchange, white again. You may argue some other moves are bigger.
Yeah.
Sure, but we don't know. And let's say this one we know white again, so this one is easy choice because this is sure income. Yeah, think about it. We are players in the game. You need to think as if you are the player in the game. Rather, I just sit and watch you. You must play the best move.
Yeah.
It's always that. That is why it's always easy to comment. Let's say I watch football. A football commentator just say, okay, your this arena is so bad. You should have sent somebody else on the starting 11. It's always easy to say that afterwards. The coach are the one who make decisions.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but now, this move actually get my eyes. So white want to get a C14, but he want to get a C14 in Sene. But this actually will a little bit hurt white whole board structure. Yeah, here if you ask me, my feeling is actually white just to get this kind of jump to work with the whole board and also to make a black separation between the two groups harder.
Right.
So this is basically like then let's say those three stones is basically working with the right side and the top side, those high stones. Yeah, so they are working together, and so the initially white has two weak groups, and now they become influenced. To me, this is a lot easier, and so that is the reasoning I feel this move is weird because here let's assume black gave white exactly what he wanted, and that's what happened in the game. Don't you think here this one is actually hurting white whole board structure?
Yeah.
Yeah, so although white gets C14, which is what he wanted, but it's actually against his whole board plan here. Yeah.
Payment in the center. Yeah.
It's not a big deal considered at this moment white is in general at a pretty good position. On that corner shape, nothing is wrong there. But if I were white, I wouldn't have chosen that. Okay. The other move here after all. And black play there. Okay, there's one thing I don't really understand. Black has said twice, A and B, I'm attacking you.
Yeah.
And then the attacking only lasts for a moment and it never continues. Especially here, this kind of separation is so obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so obvious. It's right there, and he doesn't want to do anything more. Why is that? And also here, white is saying, I take territory, I give you your influence. You claim you can attack me. Attack me, I make you even stronger. It's even easier for you to attack me now. And he still doesn't. Yeah, so this is one thing I find it weird from black. So his decision is not consistent here. Okay. I'm not sure if I understand what is black doing.
It's black's turn to just throw stones around the board. It seems like a bad exchange.
Yeah, it is. It is. But the question is here, what is his intention? I'm trying to think about what is his intention here. I don't understand him. I don't understand. I still don't understand. Look like he is saying like this. Just rely on those stones. I can destroy the right side. No, you can't. Yeah, it's very easy for white to defend the right. How can white doesn't want to defend the right? If white just want to defend the right side, white just do this and attachment. Right side is regained. And actually, I don't know what exactly black is doing.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, literally black can do something here. We can see about it. Literally black can cut here, attack from here. Now he needs to come back. Return here. And black want to insist black can do this. Well, actually black cannot even do this because we can descend. Yeah, actually, let's say there's just nothing black can do. So you can see black those stones in the center. What does it mean? I don't know what that means.
Well, he can
he
play
can
S15.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can honey.
If he really wants to.
And he can connect here. Is that really the case? He's attacking white here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so white just next play the shape, for example. Black is pretty dumb here, right? Because that is a group basically doesn't do anything, and white has a lot more eye shape here. Yeah. So actually, I don't know what. If I were white, I will simply answer. I will simply answer. And here, white chose to attack. Probably is fine to consider that actually white has 40 moves around here. Yeah, so I think it also makes sense. Yeah, but just saying, in any case, this black action doesn't make sense. Initially, if nothing has happened, for example, black play a move in the center, white still need to answer. So you can earn a move in the center. Yeah. And that's the black didn't really make any commitment, and here black did. Yeah. Okay. All right. So white want to make black heavy and then come back. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I mean, considered here what black did is so weird. I mean, yeah. It almost doesn't matter. No matter how white answer here, it is pretty bad to black. Yeah. Yeah, so here, what white did is correct. You can see he's attacking and he separated an attack. Earlier, look at what black did at the bottom left corner. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, he just say, I attack, and on the halfway, he stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. Black didn't really. Yeah, because if I were black, I would consider push and connect. So to emphasize on that cutting point and make white pay something at least. Black here just simply answered. Black didn't really fight against it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, white already has gained quite a bit on the top side. So this attack, I guess white. Oh, I thought white were gonna take it easy. I thought white were just gonna let that stone go, and it doesn't matter. Just this one. Just I thought this is what white were gonna do. So white doesn't want to take it easy.
So yeah, black can skip there for a bit, but
Well, now black ran out like this. I'm wondering if white is trying to emphasize about this one, because otherwise here you can see white has this group,
yeah,
this group, this group. Now they are all seen like this.
yeah,
And actually, white play A initially he's saying you can't have eyes, so you are weak.
yeah,
But I think white is a weaker one.
yeah,
Yeah, so I don't really like white at this A choice. And let's not forget, there's still a bomb behind white here.
oh,
This is not a problem because white say this is a double peep. What if later when this double peep have a black says you can cut off my 3 stones? I'm gonna emphasize on the right.
yeah. So white doesn't really have like O12 here.
Yeah. So this A to me here, the only possibility is he's aiming at the double peep, but that double peep will also put himself under pressure. I mean, this one I don't agree with white. Yeah, white went too far. Yeah, white went too far here. Yeah, so it's unnecessary. Or the other possibility is white has noticed the earlier black behavior, and because earlier white has B and C 2 weak group, and black didn't really attack either. So if there is a possibility, white just say, since you wouldn't attack me anyway, all right, so I just keep creating. What are you gonna do on me?
Oh, Dilum has an idea that white is aiming at B5 here. Is that possible? Somehow still keep attacking?
Possible, and I think that's yeah. So here, yeah, let's say so. White is basically next move is something like this and aiming at that.
Yeah,
Possible,
yeah.
but you can separate black. You can't get yourself connected.
Yeah, yeah.
And okay, I have to emphasize here, white has gained so much on the empty top side, which is the last empty area on the board. White doesn't have to keep playing like this. White is already in a good position. Yeah, like this, he just create a weak group for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's say it is possible white is making plan around that cutting point there. It's possible, but to me that's unnecessary. This makes the game unnecessarily complicated. Let's see what he did. So he did add a move here. So he's saying he add a move there is Senate because next one he will really peep that he played the double peep there. I don't tell.
Yeah. That's why I said. But then, are those black 2 stones really that important? Then like. If black can now carry the attack for those bottom 2 groups for white, so like.
Yeah, but that's probably this is basic like, this is basically imagine Miko we have food together, okay?
Yeah.
And then you just let's say we went to, for example, that pizzeria together, and then after the meal you pay. You didn't really say anything, you pay.
Yeah.
And imagine I'm one who likes to take advantage. So next time we go there together, I just silently walk out and you pay. And next time again. I guess you understand me. I think if there's a chance white has observed, okay, I have a bottom left corner and bottom 2 groups. You didn't attack me, right? Okay, so very likely you will not gonna attack me. I have weak group, so what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's taking this attitude from earlier black behavior.
Yeah.
Because that make perfect sense logically, since black should have attacked and black didn't. Yeah. Okay. And black did defend.
Then start ordering expensive meals and still you pay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly like that. Because white has been doing that for like the whole game.
This move is very exaggerating. I'm
getting the whole top side and attacking your, well, I guess 2 groups at the same time, and
I mean, because we already know what is under that kind of three groups unsettled situation.
Yeah, but
And what is not defending
yeah,
one of them. I mean, here, most people will likely, I'm actually not sure if this is Sunday. Assuming this one is Sunday, most people will just gonna answer this one.
yeah.
And so connect the groups. This kind of connecting group is very big, actually. Yeah. And white is basing, let's say I don't need eyes to live.
Yeah, so yeah, he's pushing it very far. He's using the type 2 logic here. Like,
Yeah.
Very far.
And actually, he knows very well topside is not his territory, but he's threatening your inner. Actually, he probably want the opponent to enter, so his outside will be strong, and then he can use his weak group in the center to attack black. So black must attack white first. You can see, think logically that has to be the solution. Okay, and black finally attack. Yeah, black has no choice now. Black has to attack.
Yeah, finally it will come. Like that, you cannot do the type 2 logic for the rest of the game.
To push from here. Okay, what does he have in mind? Why to push from here? This exchange to me is so weird. He is helping black to connect and hurt his own group. Why is that? So he let the center go now. I don't think that's really what he wants.
Type 2 logic sounds really bad. Well, that's just a different logic. So that's kind of like I don't have any problem you have. Just seeking out the problems in your opponent's shape all the time rather than your own.
Okay. So white is trying to play the cockroach way. How you call that thing again? Cockroach?
Cockroach? Yeah, cockroach style, yes.
Yeah, he's trying to play that way, right? Well, he create one another group and say I'm alive.
But isn't this alive or?
What? Yeah, this group is not alive. Well, I'm saying he's trying to play that, but he's not alive. This group cannot live. Yeah, I don't understand here. Yeah, let's say black this peep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, here, let's say white is doing those weird stuff for sure. Black, this peep is probably annoying because if white connect, which is reasonable, and then let's say your center can be separated. Yeah, that is true. But then you'd better have a way at the bottom.
Yeah, maybe he misread.
Yeah, it could be he misread. Here, white just never add move here. So to me, his bottom is just dead like this.
Yeah.
I can't see if there's anything he can do. Nothing.
Misread or just didn't read, just assumed that it is going to live because of the.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. I mean, here, okay, white everywhere is seen now. Here, black can separate easily, and I can see here he's not connected either. And he still refused to defend, and he make that counter call. Because he just played this one. Okay, this one, black does need to defend that p5. Yeah, black does need to defend that. So he's saying, I'm attacking you. Okay.
Could white have done something with the d2 or f2 first? Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing, that it does look like alive if done differently.
But that's pretty expensive. If you let that e3 stone go, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah, but then you could.
It's better than to die. I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's better than to. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, the thing is that it was never white plan there.
Yeah.
And black plays the K. Interesting. Why he doesn't play the normal jump? Why he wants to leave himself a cutting point behind?
I don't know how much I'm liking white anymore.
Yeah, I used to like white a lot, but white keeps overplaying. I gradually do not like white anymore.
Yeah.
Probably black is saying white dare not run the center, and he will gonna settle his center group by capturing white big in the center.
Yeah.
But look at white behavior earlier. I believe white will gonna run the center.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, especially this move, you're gonna encourage white to run the center because there's a cutting one behind.
Yeah, I mean, white is already basically connected, right? So, yeah, I could just run the group there.
So white play here.
Yeah.
White didn't play here. Yeah, I thought white will play there.
Ah, okay. So
What's
he's threatening first to have some like helping stones there, and also dealing with this weakish group part over here, and then just then run the center stones.
Oh, wait. Let me think here. Why about does this? This was weird. Because I don't think he really believe on the so-called attacking to the left himself.
He's probably just at least saying that this is center somehow, but
this move considered white has the push at J8. He is more or less connecting himself on the, let's say,
that area.
Yeah, let's say against this move.
Yeah.
So it has defending function, and he admit he cannot run the center.
Yeah. So he needs some
defend in an active way. I'm trying to explain in let's say in a more logical way. I'm not sure. It could be you're right. It could be he's speaking just like how you spoke earlier. It could be, but
I mean that's more or less that thing. Yes, like that he's defending this part here, and he's like kind of like trying to show that I'm doing something else also, like kind of like hiding the defending to some kind of like attacking looking move. And then it also kind of helps in the center there, like in case this is probably black is not going to answer, but like if this would be center, then white could also like run the center after this. So,
but in any case, the black would capture the center.
Yeah.
Okay, black doesn't want to just capture the center.
Yeah, he's kind of doing it also in an active way.
This kind of is dangerous. This kind of basically means he all move in the center. I would just capture the center.
Yeah.
Okay. Double honey.
What is doing its thing that he was threatening.
But his shape gradually becomes thinner and thinner.
Yes, but he doesn't have any problem. His opponent has.
I'm not sure. Once again, I'm not sure if he really spoke like that. To me, here, white already need to defend.
Yeah. Oh. Trying to be active again or something.
He is saying, you have captured my bottoms. Now you would add a move, right?
Yeah.
When we are fighting this hard, I'm not sure if I care. If I were black.
Sure.
Yeah, if I were black, I wouldn't answer. But he believes this black will answer.
Because this was white's earlier already, so...
I definitely wouldn't answer this.
So yeah,
because he's threatening to make that group leave, and to me that's too small.
Yeah, he's just threatening to get it back.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. And black did add a move.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's probably not wrong either.
This means white benefit from this extent for sure though.
But how much?
It's not about points, it's eyes. Potentially eye shape. So basically here, white add a stone here.
Yeah.
White add a stone here means he also have a stone here. Look at the eyes. And here I didn't even mention about the eye shape around this direction. It's mainly about the eyes. So white is a lot stronger. Since white can get this exchange. That's partly the reasoning why if I were black I wouldn't answer.
But do you have to answer like K2? Can you answer like, I don't know, like L4?
Yeah, but the thing is, L4 means potentially white have this move, and he can still live, you know. So
true, yeah.
that's why here, if you answer, it has to be this one, and that is why I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can we answer here actually? If we have to answer, this white still gains some eye shape, but only on the red side. Yeah, if black has to answer, I would rather answer here if possible, and to me that's possible. Okay, there's some problem. Now I see some problem. So there's the possibility of doing this. This and this, huh? Of course, it is not for now. It is in the future.
Right.
And also, it's not very. I don't think that's a big problem.
Yeah.
In general, I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, but in any case, yeah, let's say black. This answer, I don't like it. This answer is exactly what white wanted. Okay. That's my move.
Chef shows what? Did it show? Did we already show it? What you were talking about, or what? Because chat went so fast, I didn't even.
Okay. Let's slow down. I didn't pay attention on chat at all.
Yeah, me neither. So, predicted chef's sequence. Okay, so you were also talking about this one. Okay.
Okay. So I don't miss anything, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, and now you can see here. Yeah, let's say white knows he need to add a move because his shape is really thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, white actually knows. I feel very bad that black needs to make this exchange because here black still owe a move in the center. Yeah, so black earlier that push is not rational.
Yeah.
Yeah, now black is the one who is actually busy because he does owe a move in the center. His left side group is not alive. Assuming white we're gonna settle everything. Will white get the next move on the top? Yeah. That's a big deal here, right?
So black is also going to solve everything with one move there, like.
Yeah. Earlier black this push here. I mean, okay, if we come back here. When white play here, it gives black one opportunity that one move you can finish the center story. Right? And when black played here, black is saying, I refuse to end the center story by my playing a move. I want to attack you, and then I can automatically fix my center. Yeah. He's trying to say that. But the thing is, white basically simply answer here. Where's the attacking? The attacking doesn't exist. And you are facing to left, center, top side. You are that busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so A is the move. I definitely disagree. Too late. Yeah, you can see here. There's this kind of center move. This is very annoying.
Yeah.
Where's the attacking?
Yeah, trying to solve everything with the one move. Yeah.
I'm gonna capture your center. Well, I take care of the left side.
Yeah.
I don't think white will gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, here, yeah, I guess we see this far. Okay, actually, I didn't know who wins the game in the end. Now, actually, I believe Ben wins the game in the end. Am I right?
I
Am I
don't
right?
know.
Ben will win the game. Will won the game in the end.
I don't know. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. This
Spoilers.
is how I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the shape. Look at the shape. I want you to look at the shape. There's this gap. Okay, white has stone nearby. Oh, no, I actually here I put it.
Yeah, we
There's
should
also
have
that gap.
we should have warned some people who don't want to know the result. Sorry about the
Okay. Sorry about it.
spoiling,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But the thing is, this gap, white took action, and white said, "You are a weak shape. I can separate it." Let's don't forget history. History is important. Similar it is.
Mm.
This gap, black never did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. If let's say, basically they hear white all black money, black never even asked to pay, and as soon as in the center, what is that again? This gap is shown. White immediately asks me, "Pay me.
Yeah.
You owe me money." Yeah. I mean here, this kind of game, let's say here, this is the part that actually shows the difference. It's no longer even.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What to do here? Atari? This Atari. Oh, because the other. Oh, God.
Yeah. So you could you have to save this way and then.
Yeah, he just believe what we're gonna simply give him the way. What we're gonna simply do this, and he can still close the door. You push, I connect, no problem. Sorry, that's too naive. Yeah, of course, here.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that white also get a stone here, which means something for the top side.
Yeah.
Okay, it's too thin now. I mean, here once again, this is also explode.
Yeah.
Now. It's gradually too thin now. White, black just hope white answer, and then he can push for the top side. White didn't really forgive black on anything. Okay. Oh, but this one looked like black had an easier path than I thought.
The funny thing is that the whole thing doesn't have eyes. Like.
Yeah. But after all, he's connected, so I don't think
very hard to kill at least. But yeah. Okay,
well, something is off. Peep here, and white cannot do anything. White does need this exchange, yes. So he's not perfectly connected, I see. But like this, black can actually can get it inside. Black is happy.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's closer now. Because actually this center result in the end is pretty disappointing to white.
Yeah.
Black still captured the center. So what he has claimed become true. Here the question is white earn something. White earned those 2 moves for the top. Can he next play here?
Yeah, if he can, that's huge.
Yeah. Ah.
He did.
Yeah, I also agree. Like this, I think he can.
Mm,
He earned those 2 moves is important.
yeah. So yeah,
I don't
top
think
is
black can do anything on the top.
top is huge.
Okay, and now here is the question on this group.
Just time to save everything. But can you really save everything?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And there's a halfway here. Do you have a halfway here?
Time to shave everything.
So he planned to, yeah, let's say if black play here, he planned to let those 3 go, I think. There's no way he also want to save that, maybe? Oh, actually, he can even save that.
Because he will get.
Yeah,
also,
because there's D2 stuff existing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't really want to give away anything. If cut, then it's a turn here. So, okay, so his reading is correct. He's alive. He can save everything.
Reading.
There's nothing black can do. Yeah, black has time to do this. He doesn't. Yeah, I was just about to say that corner. That code is still existing. So is black trying to say he can rely on the top side code thread to win the call, or he doesn't have enough?
Yeah, if he doesn't get bottom, then I don't see.
Yeah, but it's true that if he cannot get that corner, well, top side is really big.
Yeah. Right, so it starts.
This one is a code thread? I mean, this one is a code thread, but is it a code thread for this corner, for this game?
Yeah, true.
I strongly question that.
White is not gonna answer.
But I believe White will answer.
Because White has also threats, or?
Yes, and yeah, we can see White this whole game he's taking this kind of tough attitude.
Yeah, true. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Also, I think here, if he just lose the call with getting something, he wins the game. So he doesn't really want to lose the stuff that he has in hand already. I mean, once again, thinking from player's perspective,
Yeah.
yeah, if he feel like the whole board situation is optimistic, that's let's say that's actually most people will gonna do. Yeah, so yeah, that answer makes sense.
Oh, so.
Yeah, black cannot afford to give that. Yeah, we can already see black cannot afford to give that.
Yeah.
Yeah, white just need something. Okay, black is pretty desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that way actually spend his ghost thread. So he's saying he has ghost thread here. I see. I'm not sure if that's again, but yeah, it's at least annoying. Turn to a different call. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, he doesn't. He no longer have a local threats.
Yeah.
Oh. But we'll still say no.
Sure.
Because I'm seriously considering to let that go. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot. He can't let them go. It's about his dragon.
Yeah.
It's about his
Then
dragon.
it just
Yeah,
be like that he connect after that one, but
yeah.
yeah.
Right. Okay. No, yeah, nothing wrong. Sorry. Yeah. So all the way is about his dragon. But black cannot give anything. It's too difficult. Black just gets this one. There's no way white answer this.
No.
Nobody will answer.
Yeah.
Does black have to do that? Black can black at least try this?
Yeah.
So he's afraid about taking this action. We're gonna lose that end game.
Yeah, but well, if you
If
you can't get that corner, then you're going to lose.
Let white win the call.
Yeah, then you're going to lose the game.
Yeah. All right. So basically, black. Yeah, I that card to me it counts as black didn't really fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think there's more story on this.
Yeah, should be over.
Just the same moves. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, what is the margin in the end? I think white up by a few.
Oh, just 1.5 points.
Oh,
Wow.
that's okay. Smaller than I thought.
Yeah.
So black card there in the corner because he believes he can win, and yeah, he's afraid about losing that end game. So he didn't play the D7 wedge. But if that is the margin, what if here we add a move?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because actually during that co-fighting, hard to say, huh? During that co-fighting, actually black gained quite a bit there, and he lost a little bit here. Hard to say.
And A13 is kind of big for white also to play, so.
Yeah, it is big. It is big. But the thing is, this one, white will definitely gonna play the call.
Yeah.
And the cold sweat situation does look challenging.
Yep.
Look like there's some Bayomi behavior, let's say, around the center area. I'm pretty sure white didn't really get the best result out of it. Yeah, white is supposed to get more from here. In the game, white basically just connect this. Yeah, white needs to connect here is definitely surprising. And this move is definitely big, and so he let the center go. Yeah, this is actually a big loss here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure white can actually get something better out from the center, but I mean, there's a Bayomi factor here. I believe here, yeah, both players are low on time. Yeah,
Good
so
night.
here white just play simple, and white just say fine. I go back and take the big stuff.
Yeah. Good night, Luna.
Oh, good night. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is the game.
So yeah, smaller margin than I thought, but yeah.
Yeah, smaller. So yeah, also smaller than I thought. But it's mainly because here black get a big income from this battle.
Yeah.
Black probably, let's say, is losing ground in most of the battles. He's gaining from this one, and this is the big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Still, let's say, to me here, black didn't really do the proper attacking. And actually, white is the one who actually lead most of the attacking in this game, and that is actually the major from black play in this game.
Yeah.
From white perspective, let's say, white actually went too far a few times. I don't think he was caught. I don't think he was caught.
Testing the Japanese player. How Japanese are you?
Yeah. So let's say normally when European play against the Asian player, it's the Asian player who is bullying us. This game is basically the other way around.
Yeah.
But okay, so you can see actually, so from this game, if our viewers before the game you do not know how Ben Zero play, now you do. It's actually a little bit similar to Mateus Romo.
Yeah, similar type 2 logic of like going a little bit too far, and
it's too far. Yeah, it's a little bit too far, and this kind of play, if you encounter this player against like Lucan, you're gonna suffer.
Bully Chamin.
Yeah. That's. I think. I saw Ben with Lucan that game. Yeah, that game I saw.
Yeah.
Lucan basically sit there and he did nothing. He just watched and killed himself or finished himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if Ben doesn't really change his way of thinking and his way of playing, in pro qualification he will gonna have a difficult time. Because not all his opponent will gonna give him an easy time like this Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for staying here, and good luck to your weekly training game, Dave.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I guess that's pretty much all for this game then.
Yeah, then we just have to decide the next game and then have a break after that. Yeah, don't go anywhere, we are halfway through. So we still can put the two others that we had, and or actually, like, we had like very even very even result of that other one, so we could actually just pick that one if you are fine with it.
So Stanislav is China?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, Stanislav game, which one was it? Or was it China? Or I guess it was.
I believe it's China, yeah, because that was that keep getting tied.
Yeah, with China, yes.
Okay.
We can look at that one. Yeah.
Okay, so that will be the next game. Do you have the game, or do I upload the game?
I'm not sure.
Let me see. I probably can find the game. But 1 sec.
Oh, I have it.
I believe it's round 4, and that is the one actually make some big news.
Yeah, so I guess it's there. I don't.
Yeah,
see
I have
it
the
here.
game. I have the game.
Okay, good. Go Jam info. Yes. Okay. So Go Jam is next week. Next week Saturday, like the normal Go Jam time, the normal time that we have usually also at the NGD lectures. So I believe that this Saturday there is the NGD lecture. So
actually, I'm not sure. Wait a moment. Actually, I'm not sure if there will be a lecture tomorrow. Because look like no teacher is available. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
So it can be but okay. I don't think that affect the Go Jam anyway.
Yeah, no, but next week we don't have Friday stream. We have the Saturday stream with Antti. Me, Jeff, and Antti talk about Go philosophy and pizza and stuff like that. Very good stuff, and that's why we also have like the money gathering for Antti, because Antti is Japanese pro and needs money for teaching. Money to teach. He cannot teach for free because of Japanese Nihon Kiin. That is amount that we are collecting for not even the Go Jam after the one that we are having now, because we already collected money for the next one and after the next one after that. So 2 streams we already have collected because you were so generous. Thank you for that. So this one is the 3rd one after that. So in case you have like already money for that one, you can put it in. We have a lot of time to collect it. Yes, but because now we have this one. I'm not sure if the July will happen where I'm at July, like when is it going to happen, but anyway, July should be one, and then August should be the one that we are collecting here. But it could actually easily be that like I am having vacation somewhere, so it wouldn't be in 1 month. But yeah, then next week's stream is Go Jam, and it's happening already because we collected the money for it. But yes, no, we are not going anywhere. We are just answering chat's question about Go Jam. So let's talk about that game. But we have having a break here before the next game.
One moment. Because that the one I download, I need to convert it to the format. No, I'm only ready now to upload the game. Give me a moment.
Yeah,
I need to convert it. Did I upload it correctly? I'm not sure. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. 1 moment. Okay, let me do it again.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, because I uploaded in English game room. Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah, now I did, and I gave you access. Okay, you can join me now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we are going to have a small break here. And we are coming back after that. So we are coming back in 2 minutes. Jeff is going to eat, and I can put the names after then when Jeff is eating. So yeah,
Sure.
See you in 3 minutes.
Sure.
The games for you.
What? That means I don't understand Go much. I like this kind of stuff.
Right.
Oh my god. Okay. I know. I started
With this shape.
I would have stopped you. I don't want to try to understand. All right, okay, we shouldn't have too much fun. Let's look at it go here.
No fun, just go. Back in 2020.
We will put something here to breathe.
Sore throat. Oh shit. Jeff is just virtually here. High five.
I feel like. All right. So I just said black move. Oh, is it better?
Wow, it's not better.
Oh.
We'll be fine. Only on this channel.
Only on this. Can we just sit down, have a cup of tea and talk? Why we have to just box from the start?
No, I want to fight.
There you come over.
want to talk with you. Auntie, I want to punch your face. Auntie says, 100 euro. I say, 60?
Are you serious?
There shouldn't be such a story, especially you can see it's very yummy. What?
What?
Oh, really?
Whoa!
Because what is this for? I don't understand what
For
this is.
torturing you. How we dare!
Jeff, age 14.
Just do it, J3.
What?
This is the children. This is children too.
I'm the owner of the horse.
But it was a very big fish.
Why do you just say I have a frozen food in my fridge? Either you don't have a Russia, or you do, you close the border.
They are meat,
He was chicken. We love hamburgers.
including my hand.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, my
15
hand.
euros. You just make so many kids that maybe one of them live.
It's very difficult to sacrifice your baby like this. Block!
Yeah. Yes.
So to me here, yeah, this move is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this, in general. Why the net move is way too easy. What?
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 What? What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
Yeah, we have that emote too.
I get a drink as I want. If I'm tired, I just lay on this chair and then just click and click.
Tomorrow we're gonna talk more about people's life under dictatorship.
I know where the demon is. You are the demon.
Oh, Father.
Just got back in time. Yeah. Welcome back from the break. I guess Jeff is having a food soon, so I will mute you when that happens. I think that we are talking about like GoJam and NGD in the middle of stream is usually like kind of like the same kind of trigger that I don't know if you have noticed in school, for example, that like if somebody is like for example putting their jacket or like opening their opening their bags or they were like having some kind of like a sounds of like leaving, usually other people are like kind of like oh the lecture is going to be over, and like then they start to have that kind of like a yeah let's go kind of like a feeling, and then it's kind of like a you can see kind of like a wave going through the classroom if you are going to do that, and you can get all people moving. I feel like same that GoJam and like NGD talk is usually that kind of like a thing that the people are like listening like oh now the stream is over, so I should probably get some other things to watch and that's so weird, like that kind of like a group thing that you learn some kind of things, like some kind of hints from the world that you are living in, and the events that you experience usually that like you're like okay this happens and then the stream ends. So like if I'm talking about NGD, it's always like okay, the stream is going to end, I'm going to leave. So I see like when I'm talking about GoJam, the number went down like 10. So I hope that nobody left because of it. Of course, you can leave any time to stream, but like if you left and you noticed later that this was not over and you're watching this as a what? Hello, we didn't end when you left. But yeah, that's a weird kind of like a thing in our brain that like we're learning from events that we are usually having. No, it's not your fault, but I mean, like we might as well talk about it also in the between the reviews, but because I might do it just on my own, I might remind people that we don't have like a stream next week, so that's not your fault. You're allowed to ask any questions, and we are happy to answer them. But yeah, I've just noticed this kind of weird thing with some of the events, or like I tried to think of like some kind of other example, but I don't recall any. But like usually those kind of things that like yeah, but kind of like a Pavlovian conditioning, like that the kind of like the famous like food bell example, like the research that Pavlov did for dogs, that they ring a bell and then give food for dogs. So the dog learned that when the bell rings, he will get food. So in the end, when the bell ring, and they even when they didn't get food, they were still expecting it, and they were still like drooling, and yeah, that famous thing that you have probably heard many times. So that kind of things, it's kind of like that kind of behavior. You get some kind of like hints from for example, in this case, the stream that you are listening to, and I should probably mute the mukbang. Yes. Did Pavel think of feeding his dogs every time he heard the bell? Yeah, that's like that Pavlov also got like conditioned to that one. He probably is conditioned to that one. Yes. Well, also kind of like negative things that you might think, like for example, I have this bad habit of like thinking about certain things when I'm going to sleep. So I'm already conditioned when I'm like, for example, brushing my teeth, that I'm going to start to think about those things that like disturb my sleep, for example. So those kind of stupid things, like you cannot just do anything about them. You just start to think about them because you are conditioned to, for example, brushing your teeth, like the toothpaste, and putting that one on the toothbrush and stuff like that. It's already like my brain is already conditioned to like think about those things, and I start to like usually I start to like walk around my house and do something else, and like try to block my mind from the conditioning, so I wouldn't start to do those things. And like when I'm doing that one, I'm already conditioning myself to that I have a like habit of blocking the toothpaste thing and like that kind of thing. So the behavior that I'm blocking with, I'm conditioned to that, and then that is also going to start to like start the same cycle. So it's kind of like I have to do block of block, and then it just goes out of hand, and like then in some point you just have to face the toothbrushing, and like just do it, and let the things come to your mind, and try to like meditate them out. Recursive conditioning, yes, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of with the dogs. It would be like when the Pavlov is already going to place where he's usually having the bell, that the dog already knows, and that also happens with dogs. If you have had dogs, they might already like the first thing that they are conditioned to is, for example, that when they hear, for example, the leash that you are going out for a walk, so they go like crazy and like, yeah, we are going out. But then after that, they condition to the place that the leash is. So when you are walking there, they already know that, okay, now something is happening and we are going for a walk. And then they kind of like learn the habits that you do. The same with cats, for example. When we had cats, and like we had to like for example, move them to our parents when we were going for a trip or something. We had to like take them there, so they will care for it when we are going, for example, outside, like to Congress or whatever. And like, then they already know when you are thinking about to put them to their cages, because they hate to go to the cages. That like they already know when you are thinking about it because you are doing the same things usually. Like you are behaving same way. So you have to kind of be very tricky and like do the like cat putting to cage sequence or like every time a little bit differently, so they don't learn. Oh, we are already talking into we are already into cats talk. I'm obviously too late to go. No. We are having a break. Jeff is eating, and we are coming back to the games very soon. I should actually update the players. So white is Ma Tian Fang. Is that like Tian Fang or Tian? Well, something. I assume that it's 7 then or something. Use China. And then Stan is 12. Luck. I guess he's also he's also 7 then. Should probably make also white a little bit bigger. So Ma Tianfang is 7 then. Okay, good. And yes, hello Magum Dot. Hello. Yeah, so apparently this game is like also spoilers if you don't want to hear. Somebody said already spoiled already before, so like Stanislav won this game, I believe. So yeah, and now you can come back. That's like at the spoiler finger. If you have been on other channel that uses it, might be familiar from there. But yes, Jeff is back, so we can continue from cat talk to go.
We are talking about cat.
Yes. Okay. I was talking about conditioning. So like one condition thing that I noticed was that like when we were putting cats to cages to move them, for example, to my parents' place, they also were conditioned the certain way that I behave before putting them to cages. So they already know when you are going to put them to cages that okay, now they are leaving somewhere. Let's hide, and then you cannot find the cats anywhere. Like that's
makes sense.
Yeah, animals are like
sensitive.
They learn also stuff like that by conditioning and like they're not that stupid, so they also learn. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk about Go now.
Yeah. Okay. This time, Stanislav, I guess we do not need to talk too much about him. Yeah, we discuss about his game all the time. This time, surprisingly, I have something to do. I have something to talk about this Chinese.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I happen to know something. Yeah, this Chinese, I happen to know something. Because basically, before even the tournament start, let's say the Chinese represent is actually considered as the top candidate to win the tournament. Mm-hmm. And I remember back to some 15 years ago, I think in Japan they have the top 4 player, and I remember it's Yamashita Keigo, there's Chou, Takao Shindy, and Hanenoki.
Yeah.
Somehow in Asia, this kind of top 4, this number means something. I don't quite get it. So in China, in the among the amateur players, there's also those kind of top 4. Just like the Japanese back to 15 years ago, the top 4. And those top 4 is actually considered as somebody who is namely an amateur, but actually they are professional level. They just refuse to take the pro exam. Yeah, maybe this is actually something weird to us, but actually in China, that is actually very understandable because even you become a professional player, you cannot really play in amateur tournament in which, yeah, in which it often has a much bigger prize money. Yeah, but it's mainly because when we want to, yeah, in China, when people want to actually organize a tournament, you don't need to actually get up any approval from the government, and yeah, let's say there's a very complicated bureaucratic procedure. If you just want to organize an amateur tournament, so that's easy. You want to organize a professional tournament, you have to do all those, so that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, sponsors prefer to actually organize an amateur tournament. Yeah, and yeah, so amateur tournament actually nowadays many amateur tournament has really good prize money, and so for the yeah those top amateurs, if they become pro, that actually hurts their, let's say, that hurts their income. Yeah.
So for emperors, maybe it comes from that. And we like in your Western world we like 3. It's usually like top 3 of
Yeah,
everything.
top 3
So
to me makes sense.
yeah, so that is an interesting like theory for that one. I haven't heard that before. Like, but that makes sense. Like that we would like Trinity because I mean 3 because of Trinity, like God and Jesus and Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it comes from that, but that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, somehow I'm from Asia, but I understand this much better than the Asian 4. I never understand the 4. Even if I was born there, I actually they say, okay, our top 4 is. I say, why 4? Yeah, I also ask why 4. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 for the cardinal directions. Yeah, Ness double.
Oh, like that. But then why not middle? So to me, it's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
we
you
usually
play
add middle.
when you're playing Mahjong, I always remember like how that wins go. That is
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah.
Entertainment System and Wii.
Yeah. Okay, so basically for this game, this is the level of the opponent Stanislav is facing to, and so obviously the expectation is nobody expects Stanislav to win. Okay, that's the background of the story. That's the background of the story. Yeah, this game, because this game basically when the result comes, it's a shock to everyone. So this game, I know something about it because afterwards I read through the game. Yeah, that been there with Japan game to me in general not surprising because it's already several years I think Japanese represent is not very strong and the Japanese represent actually lost to European top players.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say often, but it is no longer surprising. But China is definitely surprising. So everyone is curious about what happens, and so we read through the game, and so that is probably partly the reasoning I should actually introduce a little bit about this background story, or I mean the background information.
Navajo in America is also 4 directions, 4 chambers of heart and 4 extremities. Nice.
Aha. America. Okay. Sounds like somewhere very far away. Okay. Anyways, yeah, let's look into the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nothing special at the start. Okay, I probably also should introduce a little bit more information because I read sports news, and Go in China is considered as a sport, and so I also happen to read Go news in Chinese. Yeah, and initially, right after I read this game, I had an assumption because we know that this time the World Amateur Go Championship is happening basically under the background of this kind of pandemic. So some players traveled there to Vladivostok, that far east city in Russia. Some players traveled there, but if I remember correctly, I think the majority didn't. The The majority didn't. Therefore, some of the games happens online, and some of the game happen in real life. So you know that actually the game happen in real life is actually minority. Because most people didn't really go. And if it happens to the game between people who is there in Vladivostok and the people who is at home, you still have to play online. Yeah. So the far majority of the game is actually played online, and the Chinese representative clearly he didn't really go to Vladivostok, so he played in China. And I thought, I mean, when I read through this game, my first reaction is, this guy probably he wasn't there at the tournament venue. He cannot really feel the intensity and the competitive atmosphere there, and probably just at home too relaxed, and maybe also kind of let's say had a nap and just woke up, those kind of stuff. Yeah, but then afterwards I read the Chinese news, and that's not the case. I noticed actually he went to play in Chinese School Association with actually people around him. Basically, kind of like say, it is a very formal circumstances. Yeah, so that actually surprised me. So let's say here in Vladivostok, of course, Stanislav is playing at a very formal circumstances because that's the tournament venue. And the Chinese is also playing at a very formal circumstances. Yeah. Okay. Here what just Novi. So
that is a nice tip for if you're playing online tournament, because I guess like even after Corona we might have like more online tournaments just because like people are now getting used to it. So one good tip for those is that like you try to make even if you are home, try to make the kind of like your tournament venue there the same things that you do on tournament, or like, kind of like condition yourself again for having that kind of like a tournament feeling, because it's not like it's usually very small things that you, for example, do on the tournament place, like go to toilet before game starts, or like or stare at the board. If you have a board at home, just stare at that one or something. Like the same things. Try to do that one. Like try to feel the like atmosphere.
Yeah.
Helps with the concentration.
Yeah.
Close every like YouTube or whatever you might have. Of course, because you wouldn't have those on tournament also. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so why to take a slow start but a strong shape, and just on top left corner simple. Okay. Plug immediately attach. Yeah, another simple variation, and a black plate the extension. Yeah, so far nothing special.
Yep.
And why to play this move? And I personally don't like it.
Again from weird direction, but
also let's say it's early opening, so we can also hardly say how wrong it is, and we know that normally, let's say this is basically similar to like a Titan or Fox. People want to point finger, you're not alive. But okay, so nothing special. And black immediately attached, so try to make white over concentrated. All right, and Stanislav, earlier we have mentioned that he's one of the top candidates for the pro qualification. Just like Bedero. He's one of them, and probably, I'm not sure. Probably to many people, he's not the top candidate. And I actually do not know, let's say, about, for example, how hard he has studied, and also what kind of study he did. I mean, because I never asked. But from his games, I can see that he actually studied heavy on AI as well. He studied heavy, and he knows a lot of those kind of AI variations. So that those basically I can easily observe from his games, and he worked hard, and in his game he always read a lot, which is both his strong and weak part. I guess I will just say this much for now. Yeah. So here, yeah, he immediately attacked here and try to make white over concentrated. This is let's say kind of like uh, after we have studied from AI, and this is actually natural reaction. Yeah, because we do not really intend to invade the left side, and so we just make it over concentrated there.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So still nothing special. Okay, and a cut. Yeah, this cut is actually very annoying. Yeah, very annoying. And yeah, that is partly reasoning. Yeah, C11 to me is not right.
Yeah.
White chose to endure it all the way, and the black is pretty happy here, right?
Yeah.
Black is very happy. I would say. Very. Yeah.
Getting that kind of like a very small territory with you, that kind of like a group, which should be like outside influence.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that is why. Yeah, let's say C11. You almost never see that from pro games.
Yeah.
Okay. And pincer. Okay. So, but here we are back to normal. And of course, let's say we choose the fight. Yeah, let's say the fighting variation. Okay, and this one is the first interesting move of the game. Yeah, this one, black is playing from his relatively strong area, because left is very strong for black, right?
Yeah.
And black play here look like he want white to answer, but we know that regardless of if it is from, for example, the current board situation, or let's say from the logical analysis as, okay, so you play here, likely you want me to answer, right? White, we are not going to answer. So this one to me is a pretty strange one. I think here, yeah, actually I do not know, but I think here Stanislav has his specific setup on if white answer and how should that he plan to continue.
Right.
The problem is I don't even want to know, and I don't care to know, because I'm not going to answer in any case. Yeah, so to me, this is a relatively strange stuff. So I guess here, most people will just going to run out in the normal way. Yeah, just run. Yeah, that's the right direction. Yeah. So this one, to me, this is the first strange move of the game.
And it cannot be about like separating J3, I guess, because like...
because white corner is alive, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, here, he probably, yeah, if you ask him, why do you play this? If you interview him, he will probably gonna explain to you about some of his reading, and so here, to make an exchange is good.
Yeah.
Probably that is the case. The thing is, I mean, if you really want to know what kind of person Stanislav is, I want to actually enter his mind to actually look into them. Okay,
Yeah.
Probably here we can actually take some more time and we can actually look into it. That is actually partly my job as a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is partly my job. And actually about this part, I did my work already, but I don't think here that is for our stream here. Yeah, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna skip that part and let's come to the game. Just want to say here, white clearly Tanuki. I mean, Tanuki as white wouldn't answer around the G3 area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is, to me, the most logical answer anyway. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then black played the attachment. To me, this is yet another strange one, because once again, he's adding stones on that relatively strong area. Yeah. So he just want to go down. I can tell he just want to go down there. I mean, like go down as, for example, this one is considered as going down.
Yeah.
But logically, he also want to create a cutting point at a case K2. So to make it annoying for white inside. So this stone is basically like, what is that wording? Troy horse?
Trojan horse, yes.
So here, this is basically the, that's basically his, what is he's trying to do here. So that stone together with this cutting point. That's his setup. Yeah. So I just want to say that here he has showed his intention clearly.
Mm.
He didn't really try to trick white. He's speaking all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trojan horse is kind of like a throw-in horse, so yeah. When you think about it, they just throw in that horse.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so at the same time here, he put down his aiming at that cutting point at e3.
Mm.
Yeah, and so here, white put is to separate black is a good shape, while he's separating, he's fixing the cutting point himself.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, so all the move here makes sense to me. And now we start, let's say the interesting part of the game. I guess here, most of us, we're gonna just defend like this and make the corner live.
Mm-hmm.
And black probably, I don't know, okay, probably connect.
Mm-hmm.
And we continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ask me, I'm gonna add a move here because clearly you have a conspiracy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what exactly is your conspiracy, but you do. And that area, to me here, white will need a move there anyway.
Yeah, investigate the horse.
Yeah. So here, yeah, I'm definitely gonna add a move. To me, this is a natural continuation.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one actually tells a lot. I mean, okay, sorry, yeah, in the game here, Atari. This move tells a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure here. You know, part of my work. Probably. Yeah, I guess here many of our viewers do not really know about some of my work. Yeah, let's say some of my work is, let's say my work as a Go coach. So what does a coach mean? What a coach is doing? Yeah, of course, the easy answer is, let's say, to help my student to analyze his opponent or potential opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But let's say, if I make it more specific, it is actually to look into the opponent's personality. It's not necessarily about the Go, it's about personality. Yeah, everybody's personality is actually shown on the Go board in his games. Everybody. Yeah, and actually, one of our major tasks as a Go player, if we say, okay, I want to be stronger, I want to actually, I want to improve. How? It's actually not necessarily to actually know some variation, to know something, rather to overcome the deficit in your personality. Yeah, that is actually my experience as a Go coach here. And that is why when I look into somebody I'm paying attention on, I'm actually analyzing his personality. Yeah, and trying to find out, let's say, the problem of his personality that is shown on the Go board, which actually shows his weakness. And that will gonna be helpful to my students. And this move tells a lot. This move basically, white is actually saying, you're gonna defend on the left because those three stones is really big, and I'm gonna get G3. I'm gonna get everything at the bottom, and then you're that horse inside. It's automatically that I don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
That's a language, right? That's a language. This kind of language actually tells another information that he didn't really take his opponent seriously. He just assumed you're gonna answer me, and so I'm supposed to get everything there.
Yeah.
He didn't really take the opponent seriously at all. He believed the opponent is bad. Yeah, I guess in English, our words it will be this guy's arrogant.
Yeah.
Yeah, this move is arrogant, and this one tells a lot of information here. And the thing is here, Stanislav is the one who has the ability, at least enough ability to actually to punish this kind of stuff. Okay, so in the game here, and you can see his direction is shown clearly towards that direction, towards that horse, right? Yeah. And white answer, and he tiger. And white basically say, you dare not answer me, then basically I kill you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we already know what will gonna happen next, right? Because black point the finger towards one direction all the time, every single moment.
Yeah.
So this has to happen. And there's no way white say, I'm gonna keep everything at the bottom. Because black has prepared so much for that and you didn't really answer anything.
Yeah.
And also, let's not forget, you already captured 3 in the corner, which is pretty big. All right. So what is a reasonable thing to do here at this moment? I guess it's pretty clear. You get something, you need to pay something.
Oh,
That's reasonable.
yeah.
If you purely get and you don't give anything away, I mean, either your opponent is really bad or you're overplaying.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be one of those two. But here, normally, let's say in a normal game, normally it's easy for us because we wouldn't say, hey, the opponent is stupid. Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, how can we in a tournament we sit together with game? Yeah, if we get a pair with game, then we are similar strength each other.
Yeah.
And here the problem is in this game, it happens to be the opponent does believe we are stupid. Yeah. So here, this is the start of the disaster. Yeah. What is normal? After that, please answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Just answer everything on this dice. Game continue.
Yeah.
Personally, if you ask me here, which side I prefer, I think I prefer black. I mean, black and more. But if you tell me, then how is the whole game? And do you think here you can win as black? I'm not sure. It's still a long game.
Right.
It's still a long game.
Yeah. While you were explaining, there were like 2 subscriptions. Thank you, Magnod and CC Axotor. I probably butchered your both names, but like, thank you so much for like first month of subscription. Thank you. It helps a lot. We are not taking like Antti's money from like donations or bits. So subscriptions are kind of like the only money we are getting from these streams at the moment. So thank you a lot. And nice that you are enjoying the stream so much that you are using your monies here. If we get like enough subscriptions, we will also get like a new emote. So like I was thinking about Antti emote, in case you are wondering what would be the next one. And if you have ideas for Antti emote, then just tell me and let's see what is going to happen. But yeah, thank you for the subscriptions, and yeah, let's go back to the game. But yes. That was kind of like an out of nowhere, like we don't get that many, and now just 2 of you just subscribed at the same time. That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, I noted. Yeah, since you are mentioning about chat, Leon Gaisai, you get something, you have to give something, and that's reasonable. This is basically the natural human behavior. Imagine you go to store, you take something, and then you plan to just take something and walk through and back home. That's unreasonable. You get something, you have to give something in the end, and that's reasonable. Yeah, and that's I would also say that's normal. Yeah, that's the background of that. Just saying.
Oh, it's a game of give and take. Yes.
Yeah, problem is here. Yeah, why the player doesn't think it that way? Why the play this peep? We all know what does this peep mean. I mean, will anyone worry about the push and cut?
Yeah.
Because that's what white is threatening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one to me doesn't make any sense. I actually do not know what exactly white is intending to do here. So of course, yeah, but okay, black does get what he's supposed to get. And white, the problem is white refuse. Yeah, white is refusing here very hard. And the consequence can only be here, it comes to a call.
Yeah.
Yeah. He come to a call, and black plays this one as a threat. And I hope you notice the black plays this one as a threat. This is a threat to kill white entire corner. But the thing is, if white answer, black will want to have more threat. And the next threat will be at e2. So assuming if white answer, and we take the call, next call threat will be at e2. And there's no way for white to win the call.
Yeah.
Therefore, white take, and black nobby. And the entire corner is dead.
Ouch.
We are here at move 77. And basically, that day when I read this game and I see this moment, I ask myself, if I'm the one who play black here, can I lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I lose from this position as black? I mean, this move 77, my evaluation about the board situation here is black is leading by more than 2 stone handicap. Maybe I don't think I'm as good as this Chinese guy. I'm not those kind of top 4. Yeah, but more than 2 stone handicap, I'm confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only me. My evaluation is, for example, Oscar will gonna win it. Yeah, Stanislav wins. Oscar wins it. Luca win it. Yeah. So basically, you give any European top player starting from this position. I'm not saying they 100% win it. They're supposed to win it.
Right. Yeah.
All right. And this is the background of how.
Yeah.
This is the background of how. Basically, here, if you ask me, I want to see this game because I want to know how Stanislav beat this Chinese.
Right. It's
how
like this.
It has happened already. This is how.
Yeah. GG.
Yeah, this is how.
I guess the Pro 2. That could be.
I guess
that could be harder.
Yeah, that is harder. That I'm not sure. But the second, top pro will not gonna take this kind of attitude.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So I mean, this move is not like about, let's say, how bad this move is. This move shows an attitude. This move should be means I expect you answer me and I get everything, and I expect you to not even resist. Yeah. I still remember last week I played a game with one of my strongest students. And then when we analyzed about the game afterwards, there was one moment and I said, okay, here I play an attachment here. And in the game, you honey me and that surprised me because I expect you to just answer. And my student is disappointed. Okay, actually here, you just expect me to answer you, I thought, well, I mean, normally you're weaker than me, and that's so. Yeah, that's what I expect. I tell you just answer me. Yes. Yeah. So normally, when you play a move, you just expect the opponent just play the nicest way to just answer you. Basically, you don't really take him as a same or similar strength opponent.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this moment happens. It requires white a miracle to win the game. It needs a miracle. And the thing is, black is very strong, most of the board except the bottom right corner, and the bottom right corner is not very weak.
Yeah,
but white has to start from there, right?
Right.
So white has to start from here. But here, this from here on, white the behavior is kind of predictable already.
Yeah. Try to mess up the board. Yeah.
So white plays the approach. We know that he played the approach. He's actually eyeing at the bottom right.
Yeah. Split that one. Yes.
So I wouldn't play this kick as black.
Yeah.
To me here, if you ask me, I will just make an extension.
Yeah.
Because I need a move there anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, the attack comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, black defending to me is normal. And the next one, black plays this cat.
Yeah, pushing a little bit.
Yeah, so here, black is like, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I shouldn't actually forget one detail let's say I mentioned earlier. The code, okay, I can actually come back here. This code is over, but the bottom is not over. I mean, white corner is over. Let's say here, after this, white corner is over.
Yeah.
This area is not over. This is actually an important story because here, if black cut here,
Right.
and white say I'm gonna kill it all, I guess it's not so difficult to see this move.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah. So this
Yeah,
move happens, then white is dead. So here, if white say, I don't really accept this, can he? He can honey. Atari, he cut, and Atari call for
but then
everything.
let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's call for everything. Or
Yeah,
a
that's kind of
compromise version will be Atari and a cut. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Compromise,
we
but
capture
yeah.
half each.
But
So
yeah,
here
that's
you can see how unfair this deal is.
Yeah,
That's
half
what
of the
I'm saying.
territory doesn't exist there. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying here. Yeah, let's say this situation is already more than 2 stone handicap for black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because of this, so you know, that's why first I wouldn't kick as black on top right corner at R15. And second, this move to me is weird. So black is still trying very hard to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at this moment, consider the situation is more like black supposed to just defend the corner. Yeah, because his bottom right corner is not alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Dandaman. Hello.
Okay.
How are you?
And of course, white see that opportunity, white will gonna go for it.
Oh.
And you can see here, black is playing something risky. Black is saying, corner can die, gonna take something else.
That's quite unnecessary, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's very unnecessary. But I mean, this kind of play actually, there's one thing that is good because many people after he got this kind of decisive lead, you're gonna say, let's play something safer.
Yeah.
Okay, black is not doing that at least.
Yeah.
Okay, but and after all, this gave white a battlefield to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, at least he's playing normal because
Yeah.
this is kind of like his normal, so at least he's doing that.
So white is just trying to confuse black and make the more complicated. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, that's
last
the whole
one
thing you
attack
can do.
honey and then he jump here. White last 2 moves are pretty confusing, right? Yeah, I attack there first and then then I don't care. Then I play elsewhere.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So white is actually trying to make black confused here. Yeah, but black has already get there. That stone can go. Black has a very clear mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So white capture that stone and black use that stone to make the group live.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but white obviously we're gonna go for as complicated as possible. Yeah. And the black is not back off. Yeah, let's say I thought black want to do something like this to use a cutting point to get out or to try to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought black want to do this. When I was reading again, black is not back off. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So here, black did this. Black did the reading work. That's important. So if white does this, he has this Atari here, and he press to sacrifice them to get black out efficiently. Yeah.
Hello, Eskil.
Oh, hey. Yeah, so white has to do this, and black is actually attacking that group. But that group is not clearly dead, so white is gonna fight as hard as he can, sure. So here, this part, there's a lot of reading. Yeah. Yeah, so basically black sacrificed that corner And let's say erase the right side initial white domain there. So basically, he take away the initial domain and give up the corner. As for territory, he lost something, but here he's attacking.
Yeah, so at least for the rest of the game, the control is kind of like for him more than white. So I guess that's a good thing, but the payment is kind of huge also.
Yeah. The pay is big, but at least here he can control the game.
Yeah.
So to me here, overall, I wouldn't play like this, but overall here, what black played is a way. I would say it's a way.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so he just keep giving white group pressure. Yeah. Okay. And here he's trying to, let's say, take the benefit and consolidate his corner, and white take this one moment opportunity to play here.
Right.
Yeah. So black shape on the top side is slightly weak.
Nice.
And you can see black play here. Black still say you cannot really get out. Well, he's also defending the top side cutting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after he got everything, he come back to defend his weakness. Yeah, so everything is normal, and then he get out. Yeah, so let's say this is, if we take this as the end result of the whole battle, so black take away white initial territory on the right side, consolidate his corner by sacrificing the bottom right corner. It is, I would say, evener.
Yeah, evener. Yes.
Evener, yeah. Let's say because otherwise, if we say we take away white right side that initial territory, we lose the bottom right corner. That's a bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evener.
Yeah, and so white here, white is still trying his very best to threat. See, I have P17, and I play this move. I'm threatening to take away, you're that area. Potentially, you're that corner. You need to answer me. You're not alive yet. White is trying very hard here. And black doesn't care. Black just keep taking care of his group while making the center, because that threat, namely exists, is not real. Yeah, and actually white is the one who need to defend the cutting point. And then black automatically defend. Yeah. Maybe here, so far, you have only heard my praising words about black play after the bottom left corner. Or after the trade. I want to tell you, however, the fact here is after this trade, many people is capable to do something similar on controlling the falling game. And what black did is just his way. For example, you give it to Lucan will gonna have his way, which is very different. Probably a way, however, to our viewers, we are more familiar with. But it's a different way, and many people can do it fine. It's mainly black is leading by a lot, and then it is easier to do things right. Or it's difficult to actually mess up
too much. Yeah.
Okay, and it is white who need to make something happen. So you can see white is trying to claim now. Black right side, you claim is influence, and you can even make some center territory. I still think it's weak. Yeah, it's always white. That is in difficulty in this kind of situation, because he need to make something happen. And black just need to make sure nothing big happens. Just like this kind of play. When white calls me here to take away black center, white is trying to say, hey, this move is center.
That is,
okay, you need to come back, and I come back here. How about your bottom? Right? He's trying to question this, and black immediately say, don't question that.
So
and white has no choice but to trigger the call, because if you do not trigger the call earlier, that question really doesn't exist. And that call, black can trigger it anytime, so black, for now, just play a big move, play elsewhere. And black is also questioning white here. Will you really do the do the stuff threatening there?
In the corner, yes.
Actually, let's say that one, because even if that one in theory exists, if in the very worst case it comes to black bottom groups, as a liberty risk versus the corner, black still wins anyway. So that story in theory exists, but both players knows. It actually doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, but both players temporarily play elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and white this turn is more or less, let's say, threatening the corner. Yeah, white every single move is threatening something. And what white is trying to say here is if you do not answer, I have this one, and the cut here, and this one, and the attack here. Are you alive?
Yeah. Yeah.
But once again, this call in theory exists. You can see this kind of call is not easy for white to win. Besides, you have a call at the bottom. So who cares? And that is why black is basically saying, I don't care.
Yeah.
Go for the corner, please. You are threatening. Yeah. Sorry, this is white. Yeah. So white, actually black is threatening white, and white needs to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and black keeps threatening white. Yeah, it is true because there's a peep and a honey. I guess you can see it. White the right side group is down the line.
Right.
Yeah, and white is in this using this way to defend his group. Yeah. And now the call start.
Okay.
Because black has this threat, you have white has made the indication. So this is my threat, and next Atari is called threat.
Wait, so what is this threatening?
Threatening peep and honey to kill off.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and initially black, that second line push was threatening that. And white here is saying second back door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, that's why black started the call now.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and white didn't take the call, of course not. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this call is very difficult for white to win, right?
Yeah. Black has so many threats also. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why actually black answered that answered the top left corner all the way because let's say that's almost the only area that white has real call strength.
Yeah.
And here black say, okay, the call this move is too big.
Yeah.
And I also take away your call strength.
Yeah.
And there's no way white answer this. There's supposed to be no way white answer this. Okay, sorry. White is supposed not to answer this one because when white answer this one, you lost also call strength on top left corner. But why white play here? Because if white take, white loses.
Yeah.
That's the reality. So white cannot give away a single bit. So if think about this board situation, even B16 is a black call threat. How can white win this call and win the game? Yeah, so this actually more or less earlier when I say more than 2 stone handicap, that's only a description. Actually here, white needs to answer this one, and this is how much black is leading. This probably tells more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, I mean, when it comes to this moment, I think white has realized there's no way for him to win the call. And to win on points is impossible. So he turned his mind back to black right side. Yeah. But once again, here the thing is, black just need to live.
Yeah. That's not hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see black just need to live. Yeah. And black doesn't even care about that call because black is winning. Now, after white made those exchange, the call it become a local call only about points.
Yeah.
So then consider black is leading again. Black doesn't care.
Yeah.
And white does have to care. So white is pushing very hard.
Like we'll even get like nice shape like L6 in there.
Yeah. You can see actually black. Yeah, black, let's say on the left side, he even played this Atari. So he just consolidated his shape. He knows he's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and black does play endgame. And as for endgame, normally here, black's supposed to play this one. Yeah, they're here. Then he gain actually nearly 1 point. He
Yeah.
doesn't play here. He's actually telling white, I don't need to play accurately. I'm winning.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can see white plays this capture. Yeah, and black does answer. Yeah, I guess, yeah, let's say from those exchange, you can see this is how much black is actually leading.
Mm-hmm.
And white is still fighting for this one. And so black can take the call back. How is that possible normally?
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, and black
Yeah,
still
yeah,
saying,
black can
I
just-
don't care. How many times black
Yeah.
already said, I don't care.
Yeah.
And this time, white really has to finish the call.
But
He actually
doesn't.
still a little bit more, and he finished the call.
Yeah,
And black
yeah.
still say, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because black is leading, just it's the fact is black is leading by this much. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the following game doesn't matter. Yeah, you can see black played. How often do you see black play 3 moves like this in and
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's very relaxed because the game is actually over.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and here white didn't connect that call. Yeah, white is fighting for this 1 point. White didn't connect that call. And black doesn't care. Yeah, black is not even playing that call.
Yeah.
And black doesn't really play. Yeah, okay, here black play the call. Yeah, and but eventually still black didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's split up.
Yep. So the difference is like result unfinished.
I think black won by 5.5 from Panda Night I read. Earlier when I download the game at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I think black wins by 5. Let me see here. Yeah, this one is. Yeah, let's say this is not right. I mean the.
The score estimator says like that.
Estimator is broken.
Right.
But
Yeah. Right side is
it's
like.
It's 5.5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
5.5 at this level. 5.5 is actually a big margin.
Yeah, and black
And
was
that-
giving for.
Yeah, and that
days,
is
yeah.
also under the premise black has said so many times, I don't care and I don't
Yeah.
care and I just
Yes.
play the safe move.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is a nice win. I never think it's not. We also have to see how. And that also
Yeah.
actually explained afterwards how Stanislav lost actually the following 2 rounds, including the last one he lost to Lukan.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this win is good. It doesn't mean he's better than this Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's better than the Chinese, I don't think Lukan hold any chance. And then, yeah, Stanislav will be the candidate for the pro qualification. Then only he can mess up. Let's say others cannot really take the pro title away from him. That's not the case here.
Yeah. That's kind of like an accident.
Yeah. This kind of thing happens once in a while, and it's not like this win is not good. It is.
Yeah.
And I don't think Europe ever had this kind of victory in amateur competition. I don't think this ever happened. So this is a win. Basically, it's comparable to, I think, back to a few years ago when Ilya beat that Chinese top. That
Right.
Chinese top pro. It is kind of it's kind of comparable because this guy is also pro level.
Yeah, and first wins have to come like this because like we are not there in their level yet. So like we are gradually getting there. So like first wins will be like kind of like accidents, and then it will be more regular when we get stronger compared to Asia. But like it's just normal that there will be first these kind of wins.
Yeah.
Because the other wins we couldn't get, so we're not there yet.
Yeah, so this probably will be difficult. This is the kind of victory that is difficult to repeat. Because how often does your opponent give you this kind of lead.
Yeah. So you have to
Yeah.
get a little stronger before you can actually win, like without this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
arrived late
it's
and,
sorry.
arrived late and didn't see the start. Was there something with this? Yeah, this was the starting
Yeah, this is the
from
moment.
this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, after this it's kind of like over for White. Well, of course, White will mess up the board everywhere, but like yeah. You just have to keep.
It's let's say it's not
Investigate.
impossible for White to win, but it requires like heavy cooperation.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, that's why earlier I said European top player to take this black board situation to continue the game. Most of the European top players supposed to win. That's number one. And I didn't say, for example, a random 4 and 5 time of European player to take this board, they can win. No.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the game, and I guess after we get to see this game, you may also understand why Stanislav lost the following 2 games, including the one he lost to Lukan. Yeah, and that game he lost to Lukan is the one I did quite some work. I actually woke up at the midnight and then I read some messages. Yeah. But let's say afterwards when I look at the game, I actually notice I don't need to do that much. It's easier than I thought. Okay, but I believe that's because let's say about this game, about the background and about the story. Yeah, this game is more like because I haven't seen this game before. It's more like I'm telling people the story.
Yeah.
This is a story. Yeah, last game I'm talking about the game. This game is a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So consider I have talked very clearly about the story. I guess I don't have more to add on this game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so probably that's everything we can tell for today then.
Yeah, actually the first game took like 2 hours and this was like 1 hour, so
Yeah.
story
So,
part of course helps because it's kind of like a clear thing, just go through and
Yeah,
yeah.
This game, everything is clear. Last game, it wasn't. And also last game was more competitive.
Yeah. And now it's time to be conditioned again. Like now we start to kind of like leave, and everybody's like, stream is going to end. But yes, now it's actually ending. So, next week will be Go Jam. So before you go, we don't have like next Friday the normal Friday stream. Next Saturday will be Go Jam. So Antti is going to join, and then we talk about higher quality games and like and this was quite a higher quality already, but yes, even more high quality because we have like stronger like real pro here talking about, so we can raise the limit a little bit. And of course like some Go philosophy and pizza and stuff like that. They are great streams. If you haven't attended them yet, just give them a go next Saturday. Usual NGD times are 1 p.m. Helsinki time. That's a midday for Central European people. Yes, pizza and Go philosophy. Pizza time. Yes, and then if you missed, I already posted a new compilation video about fake attack to YouTube. So also like past Go Jams, if you have missed them or past streams, they are there. And yeah, some compilations I am doing like also NGD lecture videos, kind of like a short edits from them. So that is going to happen in this month. I have to just get the time to do it, and then I have like some already like these compilations from Go with Jeff streams coming up also, more of them. NCD, check out that one. I don't know if we have have a lecture tomorrow, but here is
Unlikely.
the
That's my best
yeah.
knowledge. Unlikely.
But here is also the Nordic Gorgeous channel. Wow, I did I type it right? Nordic Gorgeous, yes. Yes. So that is the channel for Nordic Gorgeous lectures. They are like usually like every other Saturday or so, and they are for free to attend. And then the website is for posting like correlated articles and like stuff like that, and like then also check out the NCD like course pool there. Definitely worth to check out. Good thing to put your money in if you want to get stronger and stuff like that. Jeff was talking about the co-coaching or that he does. If you want to get like a taste of it, you can join to Nordic Coaches and get the Jeff's coaching from there, because it's part of the program also. Then Discord is the place where I post when and where usually here when we are going to stream and if we are not going to stream, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for subscribing so much today. Some new ones, and also follows, and earlier we had also some raid from some guy I haven't met before, so thank you for joining us. Let's go also to raid forward if there's anyone live.
Dave?
Yes, Dave was having the training game, right?
Yeah.
And still live, yes.
Yeah, it is still. I think it's in the middle of the game.
Yeah, so I guess we are going there then.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's loading for me. It took a long time, but yeah, let's go to see what Dave is doing there. He's our friend and very hardworking co-player.
Yeah.
Yes, and we will see you next Saturday. Book that to your calendar so you remember. And yes, go Dave 89. Start raid, and yes, eat a lot of pizza and play a lot of Go, and we will see next time.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.